Hey everyone, welcome back to yoga. My name is Jenny Tank and I am Lakeland University's on-campus yoga instructor. We are so pleased to bring you these virtual yoga sessions, and today's class is going to be focused on heart openers. We are really close to Valentine's Day, and that gets me thinking about the heart and self-appreciation, self-love for not only you and the others around you, but for the practice of yoga, just the beautiful appreciation that we have for this practice. So get on a mat if you have one, and we're going to begin in Child's Pose Balasana. Big toes come together behind you. Knees are going to splay to the wide edges of the mat. Walk your arms far forward. Melt your head, your forearms, your neck, your shoulders down to the mat. You can melt the heels and the hips closer together. It's okay if the hips are floating ever so slightly, but find some movement here, rocking the forehead side to side, maybe resting on one temple and then flipping it out to the other. And feel your heart as it starts to melt down towards the mat. Feel your breath and your lungs. You may even feel it in the back rib cage, expanding and contracting. And just take a moment to breathe. Take a moment to be here in this physical space on your mat practicing yoga. You're bowing in this child's pose. Your head is connected to the earth. Your heart is melting closer to it. If you'd like, you can even reverse Namaste. The hands, palms will touch overhead. The elbows can be close to your head, or you can walk them out, whatever feels comfortable. Just melting that heart space a little closer to the mat. And as you're breathing here, just feel the appreciation, the self-love that you have. Feel your heart space. Continue to breathe. If you took the reverse Namaste, gently melt the hands forward, palms will touch, child's pose. For one more breath, in and out. And then gently rise up to hands and knees, tabletop, stacking the joints, the wrists under the shoulders, the hips are above the knees. Inhale, cow pose. Drop the belly, lift the gaze. Feel the heart expanding forward. Exhale, cat. Press the floor away. Press the spine up. Gaze towards your belly button. Inhale, cow. Heart comes forward. Head lifts high. Exhale, cat. Press the floor away. Round the spine. Inhale, cow. Heart forward. Head up. Exhale, cat. Round the spine. Two more times. Inhale, cow. Heart forward, head lifts. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Heart comes forward. Exhale, cat. Gently return back to hands and knees, tabletop. Puppy dog pose, Anahatasana, hips stay high. Walk the arms forward. Arms can stay straight, head can stay lifted. Breathe through the side body. Heart is again melting towards the floor. Maybe you have space to melt the head down. Maybe the forearms come down for a little bit more of a relaxing space. But stay active. Breathe here. Keeping the forearms planted. We're coming into Sphinx pose. Palms are spreading. Heart is lifting, shining forward. Feet are separated, hips width distance. And just feel your heart expanding forward, reaching forward. Head is lifting high. If you need more space, you can walk the forearms and the elbows forward. It takes a little bit of the back bending space out. And drop your right ear to your right shoulder. Chin to the chest. Left ear, left shoulder. One more time. Chin drops to the chest. Right ear, right shoulder. Chin to chest. Left ear, left shoulder. Head reaches high. Feel free to stay here and breathe for another breath, or you can start to lengthen the arms. Palms press into the earth, big back bend. Heart shines even more. And then exhale, gently lower down. Hands are going to come underneath the shoulder space. Pressing up through hands and knees, tabletop. And then exhale back. Find your first downward facing dog. Pedal the feet, shake the head. Feel free to stay in standard downward facing dog. If you'd like, you can take three-legged downward facing dog on both sides. I'll begin with the right side by inhaling the right toes high. You can stay here, breathe. You can bend the knee, stack open the hip. Keep the shoulders pressing down, maybe the heart you feel bending, shining forward. And then straighten the leg, right toes touch. Left side, if you're taking it, the left toes lift. Bend the knee, stack open the hips, shoulders square, breathe. And then gently return back, downward facing dog. Separate the feet, hips width distance at the back of the mat. We're crawling it back, switching it up a little bit. Bend your knees, ragdoll, grab for opposite elbows, head, neck, shoulders, release, heart hangs. Might feel good to sway. Chest expansion, heart expansion, interlace the hands. You can have them at the low back, palms can rest there. Or if it's accessible, interlace the hands, rinse them overhead. Breathe here. One more breath, in and out. Exhale, hands release. Inhale, halfway lift, gently straighten the legs. Heart lifts up, back is flat. Exhale, fold. One more time together. Inhale, halfway lift, heart up, head up. Exhale, fold. Planting through the feet, mountain pose. Roll up, rise up, take your time. Fingertips reach up overhead. And then exhale, hands coming into the heart, thumbs pressing in towards anahata, that heart space. Inhale, mountain pose, sweep it up. Exhale, cactus the arms, bend at those elbows, palms shine forward, heart reaching forward. Feel free to stay here, or if you'd like, you can start to straighten the arms. Heart shines more forward. Stay and breathe here. Another option, hands come to the low back, hug the elbows in, shine the heart forward. Wherever you've chosen to be, stay and breathe. Maybe the head starts to lift up towards the ceiling as the heart shines forward. And then exhale, gently reach the fingers high up, mountain pose. And then exhale, cactus the arms one more time. Stay here and breathe. Another option, straightening the arms, shining the hands, the heart forward. Or hands come to the low back. Hips press forward, heart presses forward, the gaze maybe comes up. And then release, exhale. Inhale brings you back up, mountain pose, Tadasana. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, gently crawl the hands forward, plant the palms, step back, downward facing dog, pedal out the feet, shake the head, release. Inhale the right toes high to the sky, three-legged downward facing dog. Exhale, low lunge, melt the left knee down. Stacking the knee over the ankle here, keeping the joints safe. You can stay here and breathe. Heart reaches forward. Feel the stretch through the left hip. Another option, you can come to keep the hands on the top of the right knee. Heart again shines forward. Third option, interlace the hands. Reach them down towards the ground. Breathe and let the heart shine. One more deep breath in. Stay here for your exhale. Gently release the hands down to the earth. Curl the back left toes under. We're straight and lengthening through the front right leg to your degree without hyperextending the leg. Keep a gentle micro bend there. Breathe here. Heart shines, reaches forward. Exhale, lunge. Inhale, lengthen, straighten, breathe here. Right hip is going to go back gently. Left hip presses forward. Exhale, lunge. Plant the palms. Step back. Downward facing dog. 2 breaths before we take the left side. Inhale, the left toes high. 3-legged downward facing. Exhale, lunge. Low lunge. Right knee melts to the mat. Stay here with the hands framing the foot. You can have the hands come on top of the left knee. Heart reaches, shines forward, or interlace the hands. Breathe wherever you are. One more deep breath in. Exhale, hands come to frame the front foot. Curl the back right toes under. Inhale, lengthen, straighten the front left leg this time. Again, don't hyperextend the leg, the knee. Keep a gentle micro bend. Left hip is going to press back as the right hip presses forward. Exhale, lunge, reset for a breath. And then inhale, lift up, pyramid. Heart reaches, shines forward. Exhale, lunge, palms plant. Step back, downward facing dog. Take one full round of breath here. And then exhale, melt the knees down. Coming to stand on the knees. Setting up for camel pose. You can curl the back toes underneath. Hands are going to go into those imaginary yogi pockets and hug the elbows together. Hips are going to go forward rather than sinking back towards the heels. So press the hips forward right away as you start to lift your gaze up towards the ceiling. Stay here, breathe. Imagine you have a string attached to your heart and it's reaching up towards the ceiling, shining forward. One more deep breath in. Exhale, hero's pose. Uncurl the toes, send the hips back. Left hand goes to your heart, right hand over your left, and close the eyes and breathe. We'll be here for 2 rounds of breath. Just feeling your heart in your chest. And giving yourself, granting yourself some love and some grace. Feel free to stay here as long as you need to. Gently flutter the eyes open. Send the hips over to one side. Legs go out in front of you. Coming to lay all the way on our backs. Happy baby. Ananda Balasana. Knees come in towards the armpit space. Feet shine up. If you can't grab the feet, that's completely okay. Effort behind the knees. Stay and breathe. And hugging the knees into the chest, setting up for full wind removing pose. It might feel good to rock side to side before we take our final posture. That'll lead us into Shavasana, final rest. Knees hugging towards the chest. Your nose reaches up to meet your knees. Big ball of energy. Exhale, release. Shavasana, final rest. Stay here, breathe, take up space. Close the eyes as we close our practice. You can pause the video and stay here for as long as you need. We'll be here for 3 breaths. Pause the video and stay in Shavasana longer if you need. Otherwise, gently join me by wiggling the fingers, the toes. Arms reach overhead, toes in front of you, big morning stretch. As you exhale, hug the knees into the chest, roll to the left or right side, fetal pose for a moment. One hand rests on the earth. Eyes closed, head heavy, come to a seated position. Facing the front, hands come together at heart center, Anjali Mudra. We'll close this beautiful heart opening practice with 1 community breath together. Exhale everything out through the nose or mouth. Inhale, fill up. Open mouth, exhale, release. Thumbs float to the third eye, that space between your eyebrows. May the moments of your life be filled with peace, joy, and love. We bow to each other to the practice. Namaste. Thank you all so much for joining me. I hope you are well and healthy, and make sure to check back next week as we do post weekly yoga videos and content. We're so glad that you're practicing with us, and until next time, see ya.